There were a ton of Air Bud movies released ever since the late 90s. Out of all of them, which ones do we recommend more than others? Well, you're in luck, because today we're doing just that. Sit back, grab some snacks, and let's find out together. Hey everyone, welcome to 90s Nostalgia. Usually, we do top 10s when it comes to narrowing down our favorite entry on any given topic, but today we're gonna try something a bit different. Instead of a top 10, we'll be ranking all 14 Air Bud movies, starting with our least favorite. If you enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to 90s Nostalgia, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of our countdowns regarding everything 90s. That being said, let's get started. When sorting out this list, we focused more on the legacy of Air Bud rather than how we feel about the movie in general. While The Search for Santa PAWS is an enjoyable film, it distanced itself from what the original films aimed to capture, feeling more like a spin-off than anything else. So for that, it's last place for us. Much like the entry before it, Santa PAWS 2 follows up on the events of what feels like a spin-off. And while other films can be described similarly, the fact that the word bud or buddies isn't mentioned anywhere in the title already speaks for itself. Good family fun, but not very relevant in terms of the bigger picture. When you think the pups have done it all, they eventually shot for the moon, literally. When it's dangerous to go into space as a puppy, these guys weren't fazed by it at all, so props to them for stepping where no other pup dares to go. Being one of the 3 Christmas specials the movie franchise received, Santa Buddies hits closer to home as it's meant to capture the feeling you get when you experience Christmas during your childhood. It may not have been critically acclaimed for the same reasons we listed in regard to the other Christmas films, but we still enjoyed it for what it was worth. We're slowly knocking out all of the spin-offs before we hit the good stuff, so don't worry, we're getting there. You can't go wrong with an Indiana Jones themed spin-off, but for a lot of people, it's hit or miss usually. Demographics that enjoy seeing puppies on screen usually aren't the same people who want to see anything about Indiana Jones. But who knows, some people enjoy that. We finally reach Air Bud territory, and we're starting that one off with the volleyball film. One of the reasons this is ranked so low is mainly because the origin of Air Bud consisted of a dog's real talent to play a certain sport. You can tell Buddy doesn't actually play volleyball the way the movie portrays it, often seeing shots of his paws hitting the ball close up, indicating they were being held there for the sake of making it seem real, when other movies didn't really have to go that far. It's a spin-off, sure, but Halloween is one of those holidays that hit close to our childhoods. That, and we get to see cute puppies in Halloween costumes, which a lot of us have done before in real life if you've ever went trick-or-treating with your pets. For that reason alone, it performs slightly better than other spin-offs in the series. Football is not an easy game to play, so having our favorite canine athlete tackle such a difficult yet popular sport was iconic on its own. We're sure it was difficult to implement this too, so we give the producers props for training Buddy this way. The results weren't as bad as it may seem on paper. Superdogs weren't such a foreign concept. This is mostly thanks to the classic Underdog, who also received a modern film adaptation in the past. It was only a matter of time before these pups delved in the same idea. It was worth exploring, so we don't mind it at all. We love seeing puppies dressing up for winter weather, but one thing that caught our eyes the most in this film was the addition to a young husky taking part in their adventure. I personally love huskies, so this one was a bit biased, but hey, it's our list, so we do what we want with it. A dog fetching a ball or playing catch is one thing, but a dog actually playing baseball and taking part in batting is a completely different beast. There was bound to be a movie where Buddy would be able to catch a ball that actually fits in his mouth, unlike the majority of the films, but no one expected this to be the solution to that. Still a great movie if you ask us. This would be our first introduction to Buddy's 5 pups, who take after their father in the looks department and maybe even the athletic capabilities. Of course, they're still very young to do anything too crazy, but they've done a lot as you've seen already. Plus, puppies tug the heartstrings like no other, so of course it's in our top 3. The one that started it all, Air Bud was the origin of its many sequels to come, and it featured a sport that Buddy was extremely good at. It introduced the world to an actual canine athlete ready to show off everything he could do. And it performed extremely well, as you'd expect from something this revolutionary. Still not our number 1 pick though. While the original was the most iconic and the staple for all things Air Bud, World Pup was a movie that capitalized on Buddy's full potential as an athlete. When you think of soccer, the rules for that game are simple enough for dogs to play too. Simply making sure the ball goes into a goal at floor level instead of aiming or doing anything too complicated. It was a fun film for many and deserves our number 1 spot. And that's our ranking for all 14 Air Bud movies. What did you think of this new format? Did you enjoy our list? What would you like to see us rank next? Share it with us in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe to 90s Nostalgia so you can keep up with our wide array of countdowns regarding everything 90s. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch y'all next time.